fact, battles like this are being repeated in farms all over this country. Now, the problem is this. The Albanese government says it wants much more wind and solar power, like 40 new wind turbines put up every single month for the next 7 years alone, and more after that, plus 10,000 kilometres of new transmission wires to link them all. And most of those wires are going to go right over farmland, which is proving to be one of the reasons the government is so behind in going green and the budget is blowing out, because farmers absolutely loathe having these monstrous things marching across like triffids over their farmland. And it's not just because of the risk, but admittedly small, that these towers can cause fires and the wires to them as well, as we've actually seen here. I'll talk more about that maybe later this week. Joining me is Emma Muir, whose farm I just showed you before. Emma Muir, thank you so much for joining me. What is your fight about?
Hi, Andrew. Thanks for having me. Our fight seems like it's been going on forever. It's over 3 years now, and it feels great to be reinvigorated by the support of the other communities. But we're fighting 85-metre towers and 100-metre easement that will go across our properties, regional Victoria, and now up into New South Wales. And we just feel that the impacts and the risks have not been assessed properly by neither AEMO, AUSNET, who are supposedly the contractor, as well as the state government and federal government, have not included us in the room. We're not a stakeholder. We're not at the table. We've been thought of at the last minute. And I suppose they haven't really understood the issues that are out there, having never built, or not, I suppose it's been 40 years since they built transmission lines before. They're not across the issues that are happening in our communities now. They're not up to date with agriculture and the innovations that we're experiencing. And we've got a lot to lose. And
so what are the problems, though? What don't they understand, Emma? Because I think people got to know, we're not talking about, little stovey poles with a little wire or two. We're talking about those great big monstrous things. What is the problem with these things on your land?
So, well, I mean, there's some basic things. It inhibits production in certain types of production. Along this alignment, we've got big scale farming, we've got small scale irrigation farming with potatoes and all sorts of other things that will be impacted by height restrictions of machinery. We've also got issues with new technology. So we're starting to use drones and things for weed control and things like that. They will be impacted by having no-go zones going along there. It also devalues our land, and it also makes our succession plans unsustainable. So it's not an easy answer, certainly, but I don't think that the powers that be and the process doesn't allow for them to look into what impact these power lines will have. They just look for the cheapest place to put them and then quickest and most direct route without looking at alternative technologies and current land use and how that will be impacted. And that's what we're asking for. Go back to the drawing board, get up to date, look at alternative solutions and work with us. Give us a seat at the table, include us as stakeholders, and I think we'll get a better outcome for everybody, because these projects, they're not going away. You just said they've got to build 10,000 kilometres of these transmission lines along the east coast.
They've got to deal with farmers like you along all those 10,000 kilometres, or most of them, and how this is all going to end up and when is now the huge question. That's why they're threatening and doing all sorts of things. Well, all the best to you. Thank you so much indeed for your time.